lot of people simply cannot understand why you personally, as the leader of the party, won't look at the paperwork which she says exonerates her from the allegations that she's done something wrong. Now, other members of your party have looked at it and they've told you that it's all fine and it's cool and she'll be in the clear. I don't understand why you persistently refuse to look at it, because, to be honest with you, if I was in your position, I'd want to see it. I'd want to make my own mind up.
In the end, the question we're addressing here is where Angela Rayner was living 10 or 15 years ago. And Angela's answered that question, I don't know how many times.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you look at the evidence that she says exonerates?
I'll come to that. The question at the end is quite a straightforward question, which is, do you believe Angela Rayner about where she says she was living? The answer to that question, from me, is yes.
What, and you think if you look at the paperwork...
I don't need a legal advice.
You're kind of doubting her story. Is that what
I don't need a legal advice to tell me whether I believe Angela Rayner when she tells me where she was living.
Aren't you curious to look at it?
Well, I've given many legal advices over the years.
Yeah.
They're all confidential, and they're confidential for a reason. Because people tell their lawyers...
No, but it's not confidential, because...
But of course it is.
Other members in the Labour Party have looked at it, so it's not confidential. But you haven't, and I'll just put this to you. Is it a case of see no evil, speak no evil? Are you concerned that if you look at it as leader, you're going to see something in there, a paragraph, a reference, which makes you think, whoops, that's going to cause problems? And I don't want that running up to an election. I don't want to know that. I don't want to see that. I'd rather not know.
No, not at all.
No?
But if a member of my shadow cabinet tells me that they're off to have an operation, I don't ask to see the medical advice. I don't ask for their medical notes.
No, but she's under a police investigation. It's a totally different... That analogy doesn't hold, I'm afraid.
The question is very, very simple, which is, where was Angela Rayner living 10 to 15 years ago? She's answered that question. I believe her. I don't need to read a legal advice to tell me that I believe my deputy when she tells me where she was living 10 to 15 years ago. I believe her. I talked to her about it.
Because you're a bit bothered that if you look at it, you'll see something which will force you to change your position.
The legal advice is not going to help me on the question I've already answered, which is, I believe Angela Rayner.